What's happening, guys? Olizandri here, of course, bringing you yet another map pack thoughts video based content blah thing that everyone kind of generally does around the time a new map pack's released, and I'm no different, for I am a commentator, and these new maps are actually enjoyable. After my escalation video, I never actually posted more escalation gameplay. After a bit of playing it, I got so frustrated, so pissed off with how people play these maps. There's one fact you can say about map packs, and that is the more map packs you own, the better the players you face. That being said, the more map packs you own, the more douchey players you face, because the people with the better statistics, the people who put more time into the game, are generally going to be the ones that are an absolute asshat and will sit in a corner for 10 days, spawn with the noob tube fully on. These are the kind of people that do that. So it's fun challenging yourself a bit more. It's also absolutely infuriating and frustrating. Plus those maps, I actually in the end thought the escalation, apart from stockpile, all those maps were terrible. But here we are, Annihilation, bringing you some gameplay on Hangar 18. This is some CTF. I'm playing defense, defensive role, all that jazz, so I'm not going to be pushing forward, I'm not going to be mowing down everyone, but I post a pretty modestly good gameplay in this video, so it's all good. Put some scenes in from other people. It's very much a team-orientated gameplay, and as you see, I'm playing with a few bigger YouTubers as well. You might, recognize some of the names. Some big, some small, just like me. So it was just a fun time. I was playing the escalation map pack, Annihilation map pack with these guys. Just good times all to be had, really. Anyway, my thoughts on the map pack so far. My God, they are so much better than the escalation maps. For a start, their structure's better. The escalation map pack was more like, oh, let's put a gimmick in every single map. Gimmicks. And don't focus on just making a good map. Solid map design is all you need. Now, I'm not saying none of them have their faults. I mean, you've probably heard some of the faults in each map so far, but all the same, they've just made them a lot more simple. There's some nice design, there's more colour to them. It's a bit more vibrant. And for some reason, people actually move around in these maps. It's absolutely insane. Unlike the escalation map pack, where it's basically just everyone sitting in a corner in a dark, snowy field. People are moving around, people are experiencing the map pack, and it's just been a lot of fun to play. Now, Hangar 18 is probably the best map of the bunch, by a long while. That blackbird there that you see me standing on, of course I'm playing defense, so I'm hardly going to be moving around all that much. I've got a job, I'm going to stick to my job. It's pretty much the power spot of the map. This is actually my first game on it, and it's just I instantly went up there and started smashing people. Fine, good game, all that jazz. Just a brilliant place to be. It's the power point, the amount of cover it provides on either side. It allows you to go prone, it allows you to dodge bullets, it allows you to head glitch as much as you possibly want. It's just a ridiculously powerful spot. It's also ridiculously open as well, so it's not completely overpowered. But as long as you're facing people in the way that you want to face them, it's really, really nice. The structure of the map as a whole, it actually plays really well for objectives. I think domination, the B flag, or all these flags are placed really well. CTF, it just runs really, really nicely. It's probably the best map of the bunch. Silo is the one that got a lot of complaints, mainly due to the rockets going off all the time, but actually you kind of phase them out after a little bit and don't really notice them that much. It's not much of a bother. The map is a bit too big, a bit too vertical. There's some really, really obvious camping spots, like people just run up to that really top building and just shoot down on everyone. It's just well, you're skillful, you're really, really good. You're so bloody obvious. But of course, these players are so obvious that you can just use the psychological tick and easily pick them off up there. It's not actually an issue when you realise that people are dumb and they'll keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. But the map's kind of good for S&D. S&D is mainly the one I played on. It's the least played map of any of the maps so far. Everyone generally votes for the other ones. So it's one of those the community probably doesn't like that much. Too big. Simple map designs, kind of giving a bit more smaller maps. Like I said with the previous map pack, it'd be a lot better that way round. Moving on to the golf course hazard, which is of course a reskin of Cliffside from World at War. I was quite pleased with that because of course one of my main gripes with Modern Warfare 2 map packs is that you were paying for two old maps with a system that doesn't really work with the kill streaks. This is the way you should put in an old map. You reskin it, you make it worth purchasing, unlike Modern Warfare 2 maps where it basically just felt like you were wasting money. It's worth purchasing. It looks so nice and vibrant. It's just really, it's kind of gimmicky in itself. There's no actual gimmick on it. I mean, if you really want to, I went into a private match straight away and I was shooting the golf balls on the pitch and just making them go all around the thing. You can actually shoot them in the golf holes. I'm not sure if you can fit grenades in there yet, but it's kind of fun. You can just get a load of mates and you can go into this room, there's loads of golf balls, and see who can get the first hole first. It's like really stupid. You can play golf if you really want to. But you know, the B map placement's not very good. B flag on domination. And a lot of people camp right at the back with silent snipers or ciphers, and that gets a bit annoying around the whole area. But overall, it is a good map. It's a fun map to play. Sniper maps are needed in the game. I do prefer smaller maps, but you know, it's just a nice addition. And then the last map, which is the one I'm completely forgetting right now, Driving. Tower's a new Nuketown. It is not small enough. It's not small enough to be a new Nuketown. It's more about Summit size, and you know I love Summit. The overall structure of it's kind of like Hotel. There's two like windows up on a complete and empty middle ground. There's little bits of cover around, but it doesn't really work out too well. I don't really like the whole hotel schema thing where you just got those two overlooking things, people shoot into the middle. It's not fun. It's never been a good dynamic where people just go up to these little things. But then again, predictable people are easy to shoot and kill. So it's a different way to face things. The sides are where the game's entirely played around. You just run up the sides, kill people. It is kind of a fun map, especially in Sabotage. I mean, Sabotage, you got to run into that open middle ground and get over to the other side to the cover. It's kind of like frenetic, fast paced. I like it. I like it. I like this map pack as a whole, actually. I'm really quite pleased. Anyway, this has been Olizandri. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you around. Cheers for listening, cheers for watching, and more map pack gameplay coming hopefully soon. Cheers.